We've been in a Monster Hunter Wilds info drought drier than the windward plains, but we may have just found an oasis in an unexpected place. The cool, clean waters of the 45th Ordinary General Meeting of Shareholders Q&A? Fine. It may not sound exciting, and it is a very appropriate title, being both ordinary and general, but there is good news to be had. During the meeting, shareholders asked a series of questions, some of which show they don't actually pay attention to what they're investing in besides what kind of profits shoots out of the back end of Capcom, but some of which were actually useful. And out of the pages and pages of things they had to say, there were 3 primary questions concerning Monster Hunter Wilds. And I don't know about you, but all this talk of shareholder income and fiscal years really gets my hunter's blood flowing. So let's jump into it, starting with our first question. They ask, wouldn't you be able to capture more profit by bumping up the release date of the next Monster Hunter title currently scheduled for 2025 to the December 2024 holiday season? Capcom answers, we plan to announce the release timing for the latest Monster Hunter title once preparations are complete. We hope you're looking forward to it. We remain committed to achieving our goal of 10% or better operating profit growth each fiscal year. Which is really just a nice way for Capcom to say that they're not going to rush out an unfinished product just for sales and just for the season. They've got a passion for their franchises, especially Monster Hunter, and doing so could cause irreparable damage to the IP itself. I know it's a for-profit company, and I know they have to meet their marks, but still, bravo to Capcom for sticking to their guns and releasing the product when it's ready. The real interesting thing here is the part where he says we remain committed to achieving our goal of 10% or better operating profit growth each fiscal year. Now, the end of this fiscal year ends March 2025, and if we expect Capcom to make a 10% growth, then we have to expect that they're going to release something big. Something like Monster Hunter Wilds. Now there's been some community speculation around when it's going to release for a while now, with Rise releasing in March 2021 and World releasing in 2018, on top of the fact that you can expect they'll want a couple of months to really heavily market this game. I feel like it can be basically assumed at this point that it's going to release first quarter 2025. We've gotten a couple trailers now, and they're gradually dripping us information, and there's more information to come at the end of this month, which I'll cover later. But I feel like there's no way they start giving us all of this information if it's going to be like a year out from now. I'm definitely placing all of my bets on sometime January, February, or March of next year. Which, kind of tangentially related to the release of the game, there was another question asking about the decrease of sales of physical games, to which Capcom said that given the significant number of end users' demand for physical games, we currently do not expect to eliminate physical products. Which is to say that you can bet that there will be a physical copy of Monster Hunter Wilds. And if I had to put money on it, there'll probably be a very nice special edition copy of Monster Hunter Wilds, maybe with a statue or something like that. I still have my Monster Hunter Worlds Nergigante statue sitting on the shelf. But jumping into our next question, they say, you have announced Monster Hunter Wilds for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC, but not for portable platforms like Nintendo Switch. Will this game be limited to these non-portable consoles? To which Capcom said, one concept we've incorporated into this title is aiming to portray the maximum of the world of Monster Hunter by utilizing the latest technology to its limit. To that end, the platforms capable of realizing that concept are currently the PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. Going forward, we will provide more thorough details regarding these concepts and themes when we release information on the game. We hope you look forward to it. Which, just this poor person, somebody had to sit there and stare a shareholder in the eye and just say, oh, the Nintendo Switch just isn't capable of living up to this game's full potential. While we all know in the back of his head he's thinking, are you freaking serious right now? Have you ever even been in the same room as a Nintendo Switch? Have you at all looked at the trailers for Monster Hunter Wilds? Look at the graphics. This thing would light a Nintendo Switch on fire. It would fly out of somebody's hand faster than Mario shooting a fireball. Maybe, if you want it on Nintendo Switch, you should be in the Nintendo meeting and tell them to actually upgrade the hardware instead of just the screen. But no, you come into my boardroom asking me these dumbass questions. For real though, it is ironic that they also asked about the issues that Dragon's Dogma 2 suffered on release, asking how will you address this going forward, and then proceed to ask questions like, but why can't you release it earlier than that? Why can't it be on weaker consoles? And don't get me wrong, I love the Switch. I have played the crap out of some Switch, some Monster Hunter Rise, some Stardew Valley, love the Switch, but it is not as powerful as an Xbox, or a PC, or a PlayStation. It's just funny that they ask questions like, why were there issues with this game and how are you going to fix it? I don't know, maybe by releasing the game when it's actually finished, and on consoles that can actually support it. Which, speaking of supporting things, I have a Twitch now, so if you're over on Twitch, make sure to give me a follow and support me on my journey to affiliate. But getting into our third and final question, they ask, I've heard that Monster Hunter Wilds will support cross-platform play. However, in order for players to be able to enjoy this game with peace of mind, I would like you to make an announcement on how you will handle cheating and mods. That is, player-made modifications to the game. To which they answered, thank you for your valuable opinion. This title will support cross-platform play. We ask that you please wait for further details regarding this. Which, yes, they have heard that Monster Hunter Wilds will support cross-platform play. It was announced during the Summer Games Fest. So they say it like it's kind of a question, that they've maybe heard that it will. But regarding the use of cheats and mods, Capcom has actually made a statement on it before, saying that all mods are defined as cheats, except when they are officially supported. And I think that there's an important conversation to be had here. Cheating has been a past issue, and PC really, between all the consoles, is the poster child of cheating, but mods are not the same as cheats. And sure, the line is blurry, but they are different, and it's kind of a shame to see Capcom take such a hardline stance on this. That being said, the actual answer to his question didn't actually mention any of that. So maybe it's softened, hard to say, but at least previously Capcom has been 100% anti-mod, anti-cheat. But I find that especially on PC games, that the modding community is actually the backbone of longevity to any game, especially one that's not supported years in the future. There are very active modding communities for a lot of games. Skyrim, Monster Hunter World, Armored Core 6, even older Armored Core games. They've extended the life cycle of these games by years. And in many cases, when it's possible, people are still buying the games today. And of course, it's a much deeper conversation than that. There's a lot of mods that actually do cause issues, could be labeled as cheats, or things that cross over into multiplayer that cause problems for other players. But maybe the answer lies in their original statement, where they talk about, except for officially supported mods. Because let's face it, you're never going to actually stop the modding community. It honestly doesn't matter what kind of anti-cheat, anti-mod software you put in there, it will happen. So maybe the best thing you can do for the modding community isn't necessarily to shun it and spend all of this time and effort to try to stop people from modding, which is going to happen anyway because it's one company versus the world, but rather to embrace it and at least try to funnel it. Because sure, there's a lot of really questionable mods out there that would certainly tarnish the reputation of any game, but there's a lot of really great mods out there too. Maybe the trick is to actually officially support them. But regardless, that is a deeper conversation than what we are getting into today. The last bit of news is when we're getting more news. And Capcom has announced that it will release further info along with the first playable demo of the game at Gamescom 2024. The event is officially held August 21st through 25th, but has a live opening kickoff ceremony the night before on the 20th, hosted by Jeff Keighley. The event officially starts at 8 p.m. in Cologne, which is in +2 UTC time. The event will be streamed live on the Gamescom website, which I'll link below along with the article we discussed here, but they've confirmed there will be new Monster Hunter Wilds info on opening night in addition to that playable opportunity during the event. I'm hoping to live stream it here on the channel, so hopefully I'll see some of you around for that. But until then, I want to know in the comments what you're looking forward to the most in Monster Hunter Wilds. What is it that you're hoping the game provides? And as always, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give it a like and follow the channel for more Monster Hunter Wilds info. But until we meet again, happy hunting!